one of the world's most strangest phenomenons, bro. Nobody can really explain it. Nobody can really explain why it happens. There's no cure. But we finna talk about sleep paralysis. Oh my God. Look, you know what I'm saying? I understand, bro. Growing up, I used to get it all the time. I still get it to this day. And I know when you first hear the term, it sounds kind of crazy. If you're like me and you grew up getting it and you still get it to this day, number one, fun fact, only 7% of the human population actually experience sleep paralysis. Only 7%. So if you're like me and you're one of the 7, congratulations, my boy. You're one of the elites. You have been promoted. There's no way I just bragged about getting sleep paralysis, but we finna get back to business, my fault. But yeah, honestly, so when I was first initially getting it growing up, I didn't have nobody to talk to about it. All my friends, none of them ever experienced it. And whenever I brought it up, they used to like say, oh nah, bro, you got demons, bro. Get away from me now. You on that demon. And it's like, bro, dang. It can really be mad scary. And it doesn't make it any better that when you look it up on the internet, you see nothing but a bunch of crazy, scary stuff. So yeah, I can understand why one would be scared of the term. But me coming to you as a seasoned vet of the art, I can tell you, it's not all that scary. It's scary, but it's not scary, but it is, but it's not. And we finna break it down right now. I decided to do as much research on the topic as I could, both scientific, both theoretic. Anything I could find on it, I decided to look it up because when I was younger, bro, I was mad scared of it. So I had to do what I had to do. In this video, I'm gonna tell y'all what sleep paralysis is, what it feels like, the 5 different types, because there are 5 different types. I'm gonna tell y'all some of my personal experiences with it, my crazy episodes, if you wanna call it that. We'll call it that. I'm gonna tell you how to break out of it. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know if you can be at peace. You can get some sleep at night, bro. Lock in, because I understand you may not have nobody in your life that you can really talk to about the topic, because I mean, it's not common, bro. It's not a common thing. Only 7% of people, 7.62 to be exact. Yes, I did my research. But yeah, man, let's hop into the video, man. So what is sleep paralysis? What truly is it? I can give you a scientific definition and I can give you a simple definition. I'm gonna do it in simple terms because like, why would I go all scientific on you when I could just keep it simple? Sleep paralysis is basically when you wake up and you can't move. You can't move, you can't see, you can't hear. Well, in some cases you can see and hear, but we're gonna get into that. But it basically feels like your mind is awake, but your body isn't responding. It's not responding to you. It's almost as if your mind has not yet returned to your body from wherever you went while you were dreaming. Now, there are 5 different kinds of sleep paralysis. The first type is the most common one that people get, where you basically wake up and like I said before, you can't move, you can't see. That's the most common. Second type is you're still in that state of where you can't move, but you can hear things. And I'm not saying you can hear what's going on in your room. You can hear things like in your head. Sometimes, in some cases, you may, I can't really tell you what you'll hear because it just depends on the individual, but you can hear stuff. I can tell you about my personal experiences. I've heard laughter. I've heard screaming before. I've heard a frequency. I've heard a conversation. I've heard, yeah, I can't tell you what you'll hear because it depends on the individual. The third type is when you're in sleep paralysis, but you can see stuff. You can see certain things. Now, I can't really tell you what you will see. You might see something like mad random. You may see something as simple as a color. There are some cases that people see a being, an entity that's in their room with them. And I never had that experience, me personally. If you did have that experience, I'm so sorry, because that sounds scary as hell, and I don't want that to happen to me. So if you did get that, I'm sorry, gang. I don't know what that is. I can't help you out. Well, I can tell you what that is, but that's gonna be later in the video. You just gotta stay tuned. The fourth type is when you can feel something. You're still in the state of sleep paralysis, but you can feel things. You may feel somebody standing on you, or you may feel somebody on top of your back, or you may feel tapping. It's a number of things. And this sounds mad scary. I know it does, but I promise y'all, after you get it a couple of times, it's not gonna be that scary anymore. But the fifth type, basically all 3. Like you can see something, hear something. It's damn near a dream. It was basically everything combined. Now, fun fact, all sleep paralysis is not scary. Even though majority of it is, I ain't gonna lie, it's highly rare for you to get a pleasant one. But there has been cases, yes, I did my research, there has been mad cases where people experience, they said their experience was blissful. That's a crazy word to use too, because that sounds nice. Sounds like you went on a picnic in your sleep paralysis. Alright, so now I guess I'll tell you guys about a couple of my episodes that I've had. I decided to call them episodes. I started getting it around like elementary school, and originally for me it was just simple. Like the most common variant where you just wake up and you can't see, and it feels like you're not breathing. Fun fact, if you get sleep paralysis and it feels like you're not breathing, I promise you, you're still breathing. You just can't feel it. You just don't know you are, but you are. Because that was my initial fear, that when I was getting it when I was younger, I couldn't feel myself breathing, but you are. But I started getting it around elementary school. Didn't really see nothing too crazy. Just started getting a few cases, you know, every couple of months or whatever. It wasn't that frequent. It was almost like getting the hiccups. You feel me? It's gonna happen every once in a while, but nothing too harmful. Then I got to middle school and it kind of, I won't say it upscaled, but it got a little bit more consistent. Like, it wasn't uncommon, it wasn't a rare occurrence anymore. I never necessarily saw anything at that age. Sometimes I had a few cases where I heard stuff. Like, I know, I vividly remember a few times I heard laughter. I've heard screaming before, like almost like a roller coaster, like you're going down a roller coaster and it's screaming. The way I'm explaining it, that may not sound scary, but no, you don't want to hear that shit. It kind of stopped, didn't really get it too much, and then quarantine hit. That's when it kind of picked up again. It's picked back up again because it stopped after a while in middle school, but then it picked back up again when I got to like high school and like quarantine and whatnot. And then now it's just kind of seasonal. It just depends on the time of the year. Right now I'm getting it pretty frequently, so I decided to make a video on it. I'm telling y'all, this channel doesn't have a niche. I talk about anything and everything. But anyway, I think high school was the first time I ever saw something. My first time ever seeing something. You can, in some cases, you can control what happens during sleep paralysis, and I'm gonna tell you how. First off, majority of the times when people see scary stuff, this is the studies, this is the research. They see scary stuff because of you felt fear. You were afraid of what was happening at the time, so it caused you to, I guess, manifest or think of something that was scary, and then it just manifested in your sleep paralysis. Basically, if you're in that state and you think of something scary, you will see something that's scary. So I can understand why somebody who doesn't get it may get it one time and they might get scared, and because you were scared, you saw some scary shit. One time I was in sleep paralysis and I woke up, you know, I couldn't move, and then I remember seeing a video the day before that was basically saying what I just told y'all. So I'm thinking in my head, after I get it, I'm like, oh dang, I can't move. At least I'm not thinking of nothing scary. As soon as I said that, bro, what I could see turned, like, it turned from black, because all I could see was black. It turned to yellow, like a portal just shifted to yellow, and then I heard a malicious laughter, and then I woke up. I know I know all this stuff sounds mad scary right now. I know it does, but I promise y'all, like, it's I'm not even gonna lie to y'all and say it's not scary. I can do the research, I can look up, I can sit up here in front of this computer for hours and still not tell you what you will see. It just all depends on you. But there are ways you can control the outcome of what you see and what happens, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's you. All of this stuff is happening in your brain. So you can control everything that's happening. And I'm about to explain y'all how to do that in this next clip. First thing I can tell y'all from my experience, I'm telling y'all, I'm a veteran. I've been in a lot of situations where I tried to like force myself out of it. And I'm not gonna say it's unhealthy to do that, but it's no need to. You don't have to. But there's a way you can do it. And I know I could sit up here and tell you not to try to do it, but if you're in that position, you may just do it anyway. So I'm gonna tell you the best way to go about it. Your left toe, you can, whenever you're in that state, you can feel your toes slightly. Your toe is the only source of feeling that you might have. You know what I'm saying? So try to move your toes. When you try to move your toes, after a couple of seconds, you're gonna start to get a little movement down there. Once that happens, your ankle will begin to move a little bit. Once your ankle starts to move a little bit, you pretty much did it. Once that happens, your whole leg will wake up, and then the rest of your body will wake up, and you're pretty much out of it. That's basically forcing yourself out of it. Forcing yourself out of it may cause you to get it more frequently. That's just a theory. That's literally just my theory, but there's no evidence to really back it up. I just know that growing up, all I did was force myself out of it, and then I got it a lot growing up. Not a lot, but I got it more frequently than the average person growing up. So it's your brain. All of this is happening in your head. So just remember, if you are in that state or you're in a bad dream or anything involving sleep, it's your head. If you're in a dream, sleep paralysis, anything, it's your brain. You can literally control the outcome. You control what happens. If you want to get out of it, relax and just tell yourself it will pass. It will be over. We're good. Tell yourself positive affirmations, bro. A few seconds later, you're out of it. I'm telling you, it's your brain. You control what happens. Or what I used to always wonder when I was growing up was this dangerous? Was it harmful? Is something gonna happen to me because this is happening? Is this a health issue? No, bro. I did all the research. You good. If you're getting it, you're straight. I'm telling you, this is literally, there's no cure. Nobody can really explain why this happens. It could be irregular sleep schedule. Maybe you going to sleep at different times every night. I'm definitely guilty of that. It could be you eating before you go to bed. I've also do that. Like, I eat before I go to bed sometimes. You know, I'm a late night snacker. That's the type of guy I am. You feel me? And if y'all don't know, you eat before you go to bed, it messes up your sleep because your stomach still gotta digest the food. Do I know that and still do it sometimes? Yeah. It could be something going on in your life, a battle you're fighting in your head. When you're fighting battles in your head, that can manifest in your dreams. That can also transition into you getting sleep paralysis. Another question I see is this demonic? When you ever look it up, I'm telling you, you see nothing but Demons. Is it demonic? Is there a demon attached to you? In simple terms, everybody got demons. Everybody fighting demons. Everybody got something that they, you know, going through that. But not all seriousness though, is it one of those fictional demons that can attach to you and it's just like terrorizing you? No, okay, but could be something you are going through mentally that's bothering you, and you know it is, and it just manifests itself in your dream or through sleep paralysis. It just depends on the individual. I can't tell you which yours is. And yeah, man, that's the vid. This is what, the 6th video on the channel. My channel says 13 videos, but most of those are shorts. This is episode number 6 of Kyle's Archive. I sit right here and I talk to y'all about anything and everything that's weighing on my mind, and sleep paralysis is one of them. If you like the video and you was interested, I strongly encourage you to go on my YouTube channel and scroll and just see if anything else that I made sparks your interest. If you made it to this point, you might as well press the subscribe button. Anyway, man, I'll see you boys and girls in the next video, man. Peace out, gang.